Evil. It's a word that sends shivers down our spines. It makes us think of darkness, danger, and things that go bump in the night. But what exactly is evil, and why are we so fascinated by it? From the dawn of time, humans have grappled with these questions. We've created stories or myths to explain the world around us, including the existence of evil. These myths, passed down through generations, tell tales of heroes and villains, gods and monsters, good and evil. Myths act as mirrors to our souls, reflecting our deepest fears and anxieties. They offer explanations for natural phenomena, social customs, and the human condition. And one thing that unites almost all mythologies is the concept of evil. In this exploration, we'll journey into the heart of three ancient cultures, Greek, Egyptian, and Hindu, to understand how they perceived evil, the stories they told, and the lessons they learned. The Greeks, with their love for drama and tragedy, had a complex understanding of evil. They didn't see it as a singular, all-powerful force. Instead, evil resided in many forms, both human and divine. At the heart of Greek mythology lies the Olympian gods, each representing different aspects of nature and human experience. Among them was Hades, the ruler of the underworld. Hades, often misunderstood, wasn't inherently evil. He ruled the realm of the dead, a necessary part of the natural order, yet he embodied the fear of death, the unknown, and the inevitability of fate. The Greeks also told tales of monstrous creatures like Typhon, the father of all monsters, and the Chimera, a fire-breathing hybrid beast. These creatures represented chaos, destruction, and the untamed aspects of nature. Through these stories, the Greeks explored the consequences of greed, pride, and the defiance of fate. They remind us that even the greatest heroes can be tempted by darkness and that evil can wear many faces. The ancient Egyptians, obsessed with order and balance, had a unique perspective on evil. Central to their belief system was the concept of Ma'at, representing truth, justice, and cosmic order. Anything that disrupted Ma'at was considered evil. Set, the god of chaos, storms, and the desert, represented the forces that opposed Ma'at. He was often portrayed as a trickster, a jealous brother, and a murderer. His story, like that of Hades, highlights the duality of good and evil, even within the divine. Another embodiment of evil was Apep, a giant serpent who dwelled in the underworld and attempted to swallow the sun god Ra every night. Apep represented the forces of darkness and chaos that constantly threatened to engulf the world. Egyptian mythology emphasizes the constant struggle to maintain Ma'at against the forces of chaos. It reminds us that preserving order requires constant vigilance, and that even in the face of darkness, light will eventually triumph. Hindu mythology, with its vast pantheon of gods and goddesses, presents a more nuanced view of evil. Unlike other cultures, Hinduism doesn't have a single embodiment of evil. Instead, evil is seen as an inherent part of the cosmic dance, a necessary counterpoint to good. Ravana, the 10-headed demon king from the epic Ramayana, is often perceived as the epitome of evil. He embodies desire, ego, and the abuse of power. However, Ravana was also a learned scholar, a devout Shiva devotee, and a powerful king. Similarly, the demon king Hiranyakashipu from the story of Prahlada represents tyranny and the rejection of the divine. Yet, his story also highlights the unwavering faith and devotion that can overcome even the darkest evil. Hindu mythology emphasizes the importance of dharma, a complex concept encompassing duty, righteousness, and cosmic law. Evil in this context is seen as a deviation from dharma, a disruption of the natural order. Section 5. When Worlds Collide. Comparing evil across cultures. Looking at these three cultures, we see both similarities and differences in their portrayals of evil. All three acknowledge the existence of forces that oppose order, justice, and righteousness. Greek mythology portrays evil through flawed gods and monstrous creatures, highlighting the human capacity for both good and evil. Egyptian mythology emphasizes the constant battle between order and chaos, personified by gods like Set and Apep. Hindu mythology presents a more nuanced view, seeing evil as an inherent part of the cosmic dance and a necessary counterpoint to good. Despite their differences, these cultures all agree that evil is not an abstract concept. It has real consequences in the world and must be confronted and overcome. Section 6. Good versus evil, not always black and white. While these myths present compelling narratives of good versus evil, they also remind us that the lines are often blurred. Hades, while feared as the ruler of the underworld, maintained order in his realm and was not inherently malicious. Set, the god of chaos, was also associated with storms and the desert, essential parts of the natural order, and Ravana, despite his evil deeds, was a learned scholar and a devout devotee of Shiva. These stories teach us that evil is not always absolute. It often resides in shades of grey, intertwined with good, making it even more challenging to recognize and confront. Section 7. Beyond the myths' evil's impact on society. These ancient myths weren't just stories. They were powerful tools that shaped the values, beliefs, and actions of their respective societies. The Greeks used their myths to explore the human condition, the consequences of choices, and the importance of accepting one's fate. Egyptian mythology reinforced the need for order, justice, and balance in both the earthly and cosmic realms. Hindu myths emphasized the importance of dharma, the consequences of karma, and the cyclical nature of life, death, and rebirth. These myths, passed down through generations, served as moral compasses, guiding people towards righteous behavior and warning against the dangers of succumbing to temptation. Section 8. Evil in modern times, echoes of ancient beliefs. Even today, thousands of years after their creation, these myths continue to resonate with audiences worldwide. We see their influence in art, literature, film, and even everyday language. The struggles of Hercules, the trials of Osiris, and the epic battle between Rama and Ravana continue to inspire and resonate with modern audiences. These ancient stories offer timeless wisdom, reminding us of the enduring power of courage, the importance of justice, and the consequences of greed and hatred. While our understanding of the world has evolved, the fundamental questions about good and evil, right and wrong, remain as relevant as ever. Section 9. Conclusion: the enduring power of myth. Myths, regardless of their origin, provide a window into the human psyche. They reflect our fears, our aspirations, and our eternal quest to understand the world around us. The concept of evil, a recurring theme in these myths, continues to fascinate and terrify us. By studying these ancient stories, we gain a deeper understanding of our own beliefs, values, and the challenges we face in a world where the battle between good and evil continues to rage. They remind us that the choices we make individually and collectively determine the fate of our world. And perhaps in these ancient tales, we can find the wisdom and courage to confront the darkness and strive for a brighter future.